your safety, we understand. We want to take that into consideration. However, that isn't our call to make. Those are from people way higher than us. Have to make that call.
Would you like the information from the Public Affairs Office?
Yeah, the public affairs. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you feel free to reach out to them. They have way more information than we do when it comes to some situations like that.
Like why you guys have that?
Well, you can ask them any questions, comments, or concerns in regards to anything, whether this operation or even the Texas Army National Guard or Air National Guard in general.
So I understood that the Border Patrol was going to come
Are they
here.
letting anybody take a look any closer or anything like that? Or is this
I understand the Border Patrol were supposed to. We're supposed to let
I just like to drive through, but that's okay.
cut
if I
the
can.
concertina wire.
Border Patrol is allowed to conduct their lawfully obligated duties
Are they
in
allowed
contention
in?
with us. They are allowed to conduct their lawful obligations and duties inside Shelby Park.
Because I think the Supreme Court just said that the Border Patrol was allowed to go in and cut the concertina wire.
Again, this Border Patrol is allowed to conduct their operations in any form of legality that they're allowed to.
There's a chaplain praying for us down
The
there.
best thing to do is probably just stay on the road.
Either the
No, that
road
is-
or just, like I said, we had media, we'll park up
I've
here.
seen BP
so
down here.
This
I'm not
area.
media or
Oh, no, I'm just saying, like, if you know, we kind of followed their guidelines.
Are you all letting anybody in? I
Yeah,
just
if you could,
wondered.
Yeah,
like, for
go
like,
to the park. and
like the
stuff.
baseball field's right here, or if you want to play golf, that's fine. But anywhere that we're at, it's kind of a no-go.
Yeah. I think I'm just going to stay outside
Okay.
the fence and take pictures from here. Thank you all very
You're
much.
welcome.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate your service.
Thank you. Thank you.
U.S. Army, ex-U.S. Army Signal Corps here.
Hey,
deal.
thank you,
But,
sir.
so you are letting people in over there? These MAGA crazies?
I'll let them talk.
So civilians are allowed to utilize the park in any manner they want. However, there are areas that are off limits because when you go into those, you can interfere with Texas military operations. Right? So like he said, the park itself, the football fields, the driving range, the golf course are all available for public operation and use.
Except you got in here. How does that work?
The gate is here for per state operation and per state law. It is here for safety and security.
I mean, I don't see anything that's, I mean, safety and security, there's nothing here that you need to be safe from.
Again,
This is a public park. We're taxpayers. We should be allowed to go in there.
you are.
Oh, okay, open the gate.
Do you have a form of identification so I let them know who you are so they don't confuse you versus being someone?
That's illegal because I'm a
I wouldn't say-
Mexican. Because I'm a Mexican, right?
I wouldn't say illegal. I'm just
One
mean,
Mexican looks just like another Mexican.
well, yeah, but I'm just saying that we have to document.
To me,
so,
one gringo looks just like any other gringo.
and if that's your prerogative,
Yeah.
all I'm saying, ma'am, is that if you want to come in here, you're more than allowed to. Okay, but we still need identification to let DPS know, so that they're also knowing that you're here. You're not just
So when I bring my demonstrators here, we will be allowed to go into the park.
demonstrations. No, demonstrations have to be outside the park. If you want to use the park in its ability to be used, whether it regards the driving range, the golf course, or the park, you're allowed to.
Just put on my picnic.
If you want to have a picnic in the park, you're more than allowed to have a picnic in the park. However, certain things are off limits.
But you need my identification. For me to access a park where I pay taxes, you want my identification.
Yes.
In order for me to use a park that is a public park that I pay taxes for, so you need identification to
Yes,
let me in,
Yes, ma'am.
just in case I'm an immigrant.
It's not that. It's so we
'Cause
have
I'm a Mexican and all Mexicans look the same.
nationality has nothing to do with this, ma'am. It's just so that we are able to track who comes and who goes. That's all it's for.
Well, I'm just curious. So, are you letting those MAGA people in?
But anyone that wants to use the park for its intended purposes,
Okay, I understand the MAGA people are coming to demonstrate. Are they going to be allowed in?
in regards to that has to come from hires. That's not coming from me alone. That those who is and who is not allowed per protesting or issues like that, or from
from what I understand, this should already be open because this is our public park. We're allowed to go in there. You should already open the gates. You should put those guns away because it makes everybody crazy and scared. So we don't have to here as a U.S. citizen of this town. We don't have to have you all here with your guns because we know what the real story is. This is just a facade. This is just political theater for Abbott. Do you understand why the citizens of Eagle Pass, we don't want you guys here. We know the Border Patrol can do their job. The Border Patrol can do what they're trained to do. We don't think y'all need to be here. We're against it.
If you don't mind, can you step aside so that you come out? Make sure you don't get injured.
So if I bring some people here, and we're all American citizens, even though we don't look that way to you, we might look like immigrants, we need to provide you some identification. Is that correct? Rains Ford, whatever your name
Rains Ford, yes ma'am. Regardless of anything, just identification to allow people so we can know who we let enter. That's all it's for. Is just so we can keep a log of how many people and how many come and how many go.
50 people here to have a picnic, as long as we all show you our identification that we're allowed in. As long as we give you our identification.
And if you're here to use the park and what it's actually intended for,
yeah, there
should be no issue.
We'll pitch picnic tables, whatever. We'll do a soccer game. We're allowed.
If you want to do
Because
that.
remember, we pay taxes for this park.
Yes, ma'am. I
But as taxpayers, we don't want you all here. Honestly, we don't want you here. We don't want to see those guns. Most of the people in my demographic, they don't want to see those guns. I have trouble getting them over here to demonstrate because of the guns.
We completely understand your concern, ma'am.
So I can refer you to the Public Affairs Office if you'd like to speak to someone about any questions you might have in the future. Would you like a phone number?
Yes. Yeah, Eli. Hey, I can barely hear you. Hey. I'm at the bridge. I'm here talking to the soldiers with the guns. Okay, let me call you right back. Okay, bye.
Yeah, who's
I'd like a card.
I personally
We
don't
don't
have
have a card
business
for-
cards, but we can get you contact information. If again, like I said, if you want to talk to Major Perry, who's the public affairs officer, we've been more than happy to give you that information if you would like.
And find out if we can, at least you can make that concession for us, put the guns away.
That's something we cannot do. It's Texas state law during a Texas military operation, and that is what is happening right now.
This is a Texas military operation.
Yes, ma'am.
Shame on you. Why is this a Texas military operation? Do you see anything? Do you see an invasion? Come on, guys.
Ma'am, that has nothing to do with me and my personal beliefs. That comes from the governor's office and people way higher than I am.
Respectfully, ma'am, we're not here to argue.
Well, what about the president? Doesn't his word mean anything?
Ma'am, we are sworn to the office of the governor and the office
What
of the
about the
presidency as
United
well.
States of America? Do you swear allegiance to the United States of America?
We swear allegiance to the Constitution and that of it.
Okay, well, that says the president has the right to tell you all to...
And until we hear an order given to us by either the president or the governor, we have to stand guard on our current set of orders.
Okay,
Again, we
so,
we
like I
understand
said,
the concern.
okay, clarifying, I can bring 50 people here. As long as we give you our IDs, we can go pitch a tent over there and have a picnic. Is that correct?
If that's what you want to use the park for, it is
Perfect.
it's your prerogative.
Okay, I got it. Thank you.
No problem, man. If you have any questions, I can give that contact info if you would like.
Yeah, but I don't want to give you my phone number.
No, I was going to give you his. So
Okay.
he,
Can you
if you,
hold for a second, please, sir?
so if you want to call Major Perry, who's the public affairs officer for this area.
Major Perry. Hold on. Okay, let me write that on my notes. So it's somebody, Major Perry.
Yes.
Going to move it away so you don't hear the phone number. And then I'll go back. All right.
Have a good day, ma'am.
Hello?
Hi, what's going on?
Nothing. Yeah, I'm here at the bridge. Can I call you right back?
Yeah, or no, can I meet you over there? If you're by
Yeah,
Shelby
we
Park?
are
'Cause I'm
here.
right
We're
so-
here. Sure. Come on down.
Hi.
Okay.
All right, I'll look out for you. Are you by
Okay.
the main control point?
Yes, I'm the one arguing with the soldiers. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, see ya.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm okay. Who are you?
JLR Investigate. So I've been out here for a few days, and this is the first time I've saw somebody, question why they're here or, want to access the park. What's going on?
Well, I'm the Democratic Party chair here in Maverick County, and we're just sick of this. We're just sick of this.
You
And they have absolutely no right to cut us off from our park. They have absolutely no right to cut us off from our park. But according to this young man, he says that I can go in if I provide identification, just in case they think I'm a wetback, because, well, let's face it, I'm Hispanic. So they might think that I shouldn't say wetback, that was their words. Just in case they think I'm an immigrant. And I said, well, yeah, the possibility's there. I could be an immigrant, but they've directed me to some guy,
Perry.
whoever
Yeah, he's the
that
PIO.
is.
Anyone that I've seen people, journalists or anyone that would come, they would refer to Major Perry, who is like the PIO, Public Information Officer. I heard you say earlier that you're going to demonstrate, or there's going to be some protests.
Yeah, well,
What's
they
going on
said
with
we
that?
cannot demonstrate, but the requirement is that if we want to go in, that we need to provide identification. So clarifying, I said, okay, so if I have 50 people and I want to have a picnic, let's not call it a demonstration. Let's just call it a peaceful picnic over there. And it'll be a peaceful picnic. And I said, okay, let me bring 50 people. And as long as they provide their identification, they're supposed to let us in.
Did you plan to protest or demonstrate out here?
It's planned for Friday.
Friday.
We have some people coming on Friday. But I wanted to clarify with them, what are we going to be allowed to do? Are we going to be allowed to just be out here? I said, that's a public park. I'm a U.S. citizen. I pay taxes on that park. They should not. Now, I have a lot of trouble getting some of my volunteers here because these people have guns. And I'm telling them, can you at least put away the guns? We're not used to that. We're not used to seeing. It's for their safety. Their safety from what? Come on, people. Don't believe the rhetoric, the Republican rhetoric, that we're under invasion. All this is a political stunt. That's all it is. It's a political stunt to make people. Why? Because that's all they have to run on.
When you said you're going
What else
to
can
come
they
out here
say?
Friday protest, what exactly are you protesting?
We're protesting that they cut us off from our park.
So you want access to the park?
We want access to the park. We want them to cut the concertina wire. Ideally, we want, Abbott and his people out of Shelby Park. We want the Border Patrol to be here. We want the Border Patrol to be able to do their job, policing and taking care of the immigrants. You've heard atrocious stories about these guys not caring about the immigrants. I myself can tell you personally, I almost got arrested because I was demanding that they get a family out of the water. They were waist high in water, carrying 2 children, and they were there, and these guys were just looking. And I said, I want you to get those people out of the water. Well, they sent for the deep, the big shot DPS. Turns out he was my student. His name is Isaac, and he was my student. And he's like, Mrs. Martinez, what are you doing here? You need to leave. I said, I'm not leaving. It's a public park. I want them to get this family out of the water. But that was before this. But what happened is we have a very weak city government. And the mayor, they decided to put those train cars there, and the mayor said, okay. They tried to do it in Laredo, and Laredo said, hell no. And they didn't do it in Laredo. But our government here, specifically our mayor, oh yes, go ahead. And we knew it was going to stop there. After that came the concertina wire, then the buoys that they put down the river, which is damaging our river. And so it's just political.
I heard you say something earlier that MAGA people are coming. What's going on there?
Supposedly they're coming.
How does that make
you? Just saw a MAGA guy. You didn't see him? He was wearing a MAGA. He had a MAGA cap. You didn't see him? An elderly man.
I didn't. No.
One other reporter.
I saw the red. Yeah, okay. I saw the red cap. I didn't.
Yeah, that was him. Well, I asked them, are they going to let those MAGA people in? Are they going to let them demonstrate? So that was my question. If they're going to do that. So anyway,
well, I'll be out here for days, and then I'll see what's going on, and maybe I can talk to you later. And
maybe
my
Friday,
name's JLR.
like I said, Friday and Saturday we've got people coming. We've got people coming from out of town.
How
Saturday
many people?
And Sunday. We don't know. You never know. But I know at least there's a busload of people coming from out of town. But it's like I'm explaining to them. I have a hard time getting people that are my volunteers, that are my demographic, because these people have guns. And we're not used to that, especially in my age group. They're like, no, are you crazy, Juanita? I'm not going to go over there and demonstrate with these guys that have guns. We don't know what's going to happen. So,
do you feel at all that this park will be they'll expand the perimeter going north or south?
I'm sure.
Think so?
It's only gotten worse. Like I said, it started with those train cars. It escalated with the concertina wire, and then the buoys, and Abbott needs to be stopped. Abbott needs to be stopped. Get the hell out of our town. Get the hell out of our park. That's my message to Pinche Abbott. The immigrants call him El Diablo sobre ruedas. That means the devil on wheels, and that's exactly what he is. So I'm very passionate about this. I have seen so many immigrants in bad situations. So anyway,
thank you for your time.
It was nice talking to you.
You have a very good day.
Can I get one last photo before I go?
All right, so looks like there's going to be a planned protest out here Friday. See what happens. JLR investigates. I am out on the scene. Eagle Pass in front of Shelby Park. Let me know what you think of what you just heard. What's going on here at Shelby Park? We will talk soon. Check out my playlist. I've been down here covering this area extensively. Stay safe.